Hold on to your girl, because it's about to get hot in here!
Welcome to the Let's Be Honest podcast. I'm your host, Madison.
And I'm Kai.
Welcome.
Today's episode, we're going to get deeper than usual. Hopefully you guys can take a lot out of this, have a little bit of reflection time for yourselves, and just enjoy. So I think last episode we touched on and we bookmarked when, couples are getting into arguments. You guys know the solution, and it kind of comes down to the other person just can't give you what you need, what you deserve, or what you voiced to them multiple times, and they just haven't stepped up to the plate.
We've both been there. It's tough and it sucks, and it's a reality of the journey, as you and I always say, of finding our person.
I think it's so hard because it's like, with breakups, like cheating, abuse, like anything going totally wrong, mental manipulation, verbal, you can walk away from that and be like, they're just a terrible person. But when somebody is literally like, I am just not good enough for you and I cannot give you what you deserve, it's like, you're rooting for them. You're like, yes, you can. Like, all you need to do is just like step up, like do this, this, and this, and you can be enough for me. But that is like, you kind of think it's so innocent in the moment, and then you look back and you're like, wow, like I really begged that person to give me the bare minimum.
To give me the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And other people give it so seamlessly. Like for many example, right? I wanted that girl I was talking to for like 4 months.
My God.
You can go off.
This girl treated Maddie so bipolar. Like, I think that's the word, because I don't even want to say terribly, because she was so sweet on the date and is sweet at times, but it was just up, down, up, down, up, down. Couldn't get her crap together enough to get a second date going.
And we were talking on and off for like 3 months. And like, why would you continue texting someone?
Yeah. Who you are not going to just commit to and see in person again.
Exactly. It was why just like don't text me back. Like
so immature, and they like manipulated the whole conversation. Anyway, this could take us down a rabbit hole. But exactly what you said. It's just like you gave them multiple shots to just step up, and like you were like, you made it so clear to them what you needed from them. You were like, let's just commit to the dates that we have planned. Like, stop flaking. And that's not hard.
And at the end, it was like, funny story, I'll actually tell us. So whenever I go to my friend's house, I always end up screen mirroring my Hinge, my text from girls. Like, it happened during Friendsgiving and when I came over recently. So this recent one has to do with this girl, and basically we were like writing up this text of like what to say to her. Yeah. And I'm going to bring it up because I think it's just honestly brilliant, and I'm very proud of what I said.
What to say to
someone when they're not giving you enough.
Okay, she did kind of voice to you back in December. Like, it was the same situation that I was in. She voiced to you like, I am not ready to be in any sort of relationship. I'm so busy with work, this, and this. And then you were like, okay, yeah, you guys kind of rekindled and then continued the planning another date. So it was like she expressed that she can't give you a relationship, but then you guys kind of got into planning dates again. Mm-hmm. And so continue.
Anyway, she has a social anxiety. We were supposed to hang out, and then she's like, hey, last minute, my parents I can't go, basically. Blah, blah, blah. I make this virtual date night.
Virtual, you don't have to leave your bed.
You don't have to leave your bed. I go on Canva. I make a cute little date card.
Very cute and very thought out.
So we send that, and then fast forward to that night. Oh my gosh, I'm at dinner. It's holding back. I'll be there soon. Okay, I wait an hour and a half. Actually, can we rain check? I got into an argument with someone. Like, excuses after excuses. So then I was, like, really over it and really bummed.
And just, like, disrespectful. If you cannot make a date, please tell the person in advance. Like, at least a day in advance. At least. If you have a date scheduled for today, you need to go. Like, I don't care if you're drunk, you need to go out of respect for the other person. Otherwise, like, I do think, like, you're not a good person. If you're flaking on date, like, unless your grandpa is, like, terminally ill in the hospital, like, you should be there. Out of it's respect.
Yeah. I said, hey, was just thinking, and I really have been as patient as I can. I'm probably the most understanding person you will ever meet, but there comes a point where I feel silly setting up all these dates and nothing ever happens. I got a little ready to chat with you tonight, and now I just feel stupid and disappointed. Mm-hmm. She doesn't respond to the next morning, and she goes, I completely understand why you feel that way. Honestly, I don't want you to think it's you or something you're doing. It's genuinely the same thing I said before Christmas about I'm just having a huge difficulty juggling dating in my life among other things. So then I said, this is my favorite part. I know we've talked about it before, but I thought things may have changed. I'm looking to get to know somebody on a more consistent basis, so I don't know if this would work at this time. I'll leave the ball in your court. And then I sent Colby dropping.
Okay, but this is
yeah.
This is where I disagree, because she has flaked on you multiple times, and now she's made it clear twice. Like, I cannot juggle a relationship and my work right now. My work and my life and a relationship. She said it twice. And you still say, I'll leave the ball in your court.
Ball in your court.
That's not good. That's not good. That's no, like, and first of all, let me not even come at you. Yeah. Because as we broke down in the last pod, happened to me. Yeah. Girl said, I have nothing to give you. Yeah. And I stayed. And I was patient. And when they tell you I cannot commit to you, I cannot give you what you need, I have nothing to give you, I cannot balance you and work life, please believe them the first time, because I promise you, 2 examples, the story doesn't frickin' change. No. The story does not frickin' change. And I think, first of all, why the heck are we talking about this? Every single person I talk to, it happens. It's like I'm literally holding on to this person who has told me, has voiced to me, has shown me they cannot be there for me in the capacity I need them. And we're still like rooting for them because it's like, it's not hard. And
for us, it's not hard.
No, it's not even for us. For the right person, guys, it's not. There will never be a question in their head the time they can give you.
Like, for example, that if you watch the last episode, I got asked out on a date, and to be asked out and time, place, didn't have to do anything. I felt like a princess.
Perfect example of a flip-flop. So, this girl has flaked on Maddie 4 times. Maddie has planned every single date. Maddie gets DM'd by a girl. The girl is like, okay. Maddie gives her a number. She's like, I booked a reservation for 7 p.m. at this place. I'll see you there. There's the flip. The grass is greener where you water it. Like,
exactly.
So there's hope, guys. Don't settle for people that are literally not good enough for you, and they damn well know it too.
Exactly. And I also think, like, people have been in both sides, right? Like, when in my first relationship, I, at the end, was in a very, again, had nothing to do with the girl. We wanted to work out anyway. But
never take it personally.
Yeah, I was just not in a headspace to be in a relationship.
This can bring us right into our next segment. So on my Instagram, guys, I did a quick Q&A, and you guys did ask me for some advice. Let me pause, I had to burp.
Just real.
And here was one. Opinions on people breaking up to work on themselves. Do you wait for them? I'm going to say right off the bat, I know that nobody will ever be perfect. You should be continuously working on yourself, but it does become selfish when you get into a relationship knowing you're not fully ready, and very shortly after being like, we need to break up, like, I don't love myself, I need to work on myself. That's where it becomes selfish. I understand the, like, I've gotten lost in this relationship. I haven't grown as an individual in this relationship. I get that.
We need to work on there's so many other options. I need to work on, instead of hanging out with you 7 days a week, let's do 4.
It is and I will say this, the right person will be able to work on themselves in the relationship. in the relationship, it is so easy. And again, coming out of a relationship where that was a big part of our breakup was like, oh, like, you know, we just can't put the time into each other that we need to. We're on separate places where we have different lives. Like, the right person, it will be easier. And it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. But again, like you said, setting boundaries. Like, okay, you need to work on yourself. We don't have to see each other 7 days a week, 24/7. Like, go
make plans with friends. Go be proactive. Go to a yoga class. Go to, like, do what you got to do to work on yourself, and then I'll be here if you need me. Like,
support them.
And I feel like when you're in those scenarios, like, it feels like all or nothing. Because you're so zoned in, respectfully, as you should be when you're dating someone serious, but I feel like you don't see the bigger picture. And then the bigger picture is if you're not hanging out with your partner for 3 months, 7 days a week, you're gonna be okay because you're working on yourself, you know? Like, bigger picture, it's fine.
Totally. And you'll want to. You will want to stay and be better for them. If you truly love the person and you see yourself spending the rest of your life with them, you will stay, you will work on yourself, you will work on the relationship. It's not hard. It's just not hard. And everybody makes it seem like rocket science.
Yeah, I think I just break it down. Forget romantic, platonic, right? Friendships. For me, like, especially in adulthood, right? I pick and choose my friendships. I'm not hanging out like I would in high school with, like, everybody in a group. Like, I'm very particular, and if I don't like something in a friendship, if it's not giving me what I need, I don't hang out with them again.
And that's how it should be in relationships. I have a very tight circle. If you are not contributing to my life, like, I will go ghost, and that is the easiest thing. But also, I found that, like, a lot of kind of newer people in my life kind of get on me about, like, oh, like, you literally text me once a day. And I'm like, if you need someone in your life just to text, like, I am not your gal. I am here to give you my full undivided attention when we are together in person. I'm not going to base our friendship off the amount of times we text. Like, I cannot be your texting buddy. Like, I will be the girl that gets on a plane if you are sick and in the hospital. I will be the girl that drops everything and drives to you if you are going through a crazy breakup. But I will not be the girl texting you good morning, good night, da-da-da-da-da. Texting. Texting is not real. Your phone is not real. Like, go see your friends and quit putting so much weight on, like, oh, my best friend didn't text me today. What? I don't text you for weeks. I don't text LB for weeks. But, like, we love each other and we know we're in our lives. Like, we're okay.
I can text you all week and then I call you for an hour on FaceTime and then we're
catch up. Beautiful catch up.
Exactly. It's like,
how it should be.
Also, like, adult friendships, I don't have the time to constantly be texting and blah, blah, blah.
And in your 20s, guys, like, we're also in our 20s, figuring out, like, life. And, like,
exactly.
I can imagine having more than, like, 3 friends. It makes me sick. No, but, like... Oh, what's that? I'm having a hot flash.
I was getting nauseous.
I'm sweating.
No, but really, and having also just, obviously, because this is a queer podcast, having queer friends is so important. And so rewarding. Because you just get it. We both just get it. Like, there was a moment today, Kyla and I were in the mall.
Oh my god! I'm getting a pimple. But yeah, I know what
we were in the mall, and there was, like, this ad of just, like, this 3 women were topless with jeans, and I'm like, wow.
Topless, but, like, facing away.
Facing away.
So you can see their backs and then the jeans. And we both went...
I'm like, did you see that?
Yeah, Maddie goes, that was great marketing. And I was like, we are so gay for that. Like, hilarious. But you need your gay besties because, God, the straights would just be like, tunnel vision. I'd be like, you see that hot girl?
Yeah,
you see her? But back to our literal initial point. Opinions on people breaking up to work on themselves. Yes, I get it, but I think there's a fine line between selfishness and selflessness in that situation. That is hard. It's hard.
So if you want my opinion,
yeah,
I think
Yeah, I will say, I'm a tough, like, I'm like, you want it to work, you will make it work, and I'm just like, I'm brutal.
Kyla's very
brutal. I'm cutthroat. Like, make it work. Make it,
if you actually, like,
I lose respect if you can't just freaking grind through it.
That's not my vibe.
I know, and you're the softie, you're the, like, you're very, like, you feel it. Oh, so now give me, like, the soft side of it, and...
So, as Kai said, I'm a very, like, emotional person. So when I don't have my emotions in check, I can't check anybody else's.
And I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
I feel like I almost put more attention into other people when I can't really cope with something. I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like,
oh, no,
what do you need? Let me cook for you. Let me clean. Let me pick you up. Like, let me stay busy for you. Because I don't know what's going on with me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting.
No, because I just, like, internalize, and I think it comes down to, like, all things, like, you growing up, like, coping. Like, and I think that comes from, like, childhood, the way you deal with emotions. Because, like, for me, like, when things would go south, I would put on my headphones and watch a YouTube video to, like, calm down. And I would, like, go put on, like, these YouTubers and almost, like, escape.
I think that my coping mechanisms come from soccer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if
you have the athlete mentality.
If stuff goes south on the field, for me, I need to put that aside because I have 10 other people on the field depending on me. And that's my thing. That's like, I don't care what's going on with me. Like, I'm going to make sure I'm doing what you guys need and we'll be okay. Mm-hmm. Like, that's crazy. I just connected that.
Oh, yeah.
That's
the athlete mentality is, like, through and through in your life.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, my team. I'm very much, like, to myself with my head.
Wow.
But, yeah, it's very interesting.
So, do you wait for people that are like, I just need to take 6 months to work on myself. Like, I still love you. I'll be back. No.
Absolutely not. I don't care.
I think it's so disrespectful.
Like, imagine if you're, like, married, right?
Yeah, that's where my head goes. I'm like, so would you, like, divorce me for 6 months? Would you move out and leave the kids for 6 months because you need to work on yourself? Fuck yourself. You have kids and a wife now. Oh, I would never. And I would never, because again, my parents now this comes down to my parents. My parents got divorced when I was 3 years old. I have never seen my parents fight. I have never seen them have any animosity towards each other. They became best friends, stayed best friends, loved each other, respected each other for the kids. Because they never wanted us to see them have any issues.
Interesting.
They co-parented beautifully. They put all their shit aside and they said, we have kids, we won't even figure out our own shit. We will raise our kids and then we will go our separate ways later. Whatever. But that's that. It's selflessness. And I respect that because that was what I saw as noble growing up. And I still think it is. Let me get this 6 months break, 6 month break to work on myself.
Life doesn't work like that.
Like, you don't get to take a break. Life doesn't stop. Like, figure it out and hustle it out in your own time. If that means staying up an hour later at night so you can do a meditation, do therapy, I don't know. Like, there are 24 hours in a day. I'm sure you can accumulate a good 10,000 hours working on yourself in a year. Like, it gets me heated.
I know.
How dare you? How dare you say, are you going to wait for me or let me work on myself and maybe I'll be back? You are leaving that other person in the dust and you are leaving them so confused and like you're on a balance beam. Like, do I wait? Do I not? Like, what do I do? You're leaving the door half open for this person that needs it shut because they are clearly fucking better than you right now. Sorry. And this is me getting brutally honest, but this is my, like, opinion. Like, if you break up with someone, shut the damn door and do not be like, I'm coming back, because that fucks with the person that has been broken up with. That messes with their mental health. That is so selfish of you. And that's it.
I think it's just like backpacking on, like Kyle said. You have to be certain of what your decisions are. If you feel as though, okay, I want to break up with someone, either do it or don't even talk about it out loud. because that illuminating effect is so awful. Awful for your conscience. One, I think I broke up with my first girlfriend, and I knew it was going to be like that because I knew she wouldn't break up with me.
Yeah.
I was like, for me, it wasn't even like, back to the first question, it was like I needed to work on myself, and I was just like, I never really talked about this, but my mental health was like the worst it ever was. So we were dating for 6 months. She found me a therapist, which is like so sweet. And I always thank her for that. And then I just like didn't know my next move. Like it was hard for me to like get up and like shower and like brush my teeth.
Yeah.
Like it was like,
that's when you break up. That is. Because it's like I literally can't get out of bed.
Yeah.
That is. That I get.
Yeah. And then until I got the proper help, like started going to therapy consistently and like got medication I needed and like that whole journey, whatever, then I felt like I was like, oh, I feel like stable.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. Whatever it is, do not leave somebody hanging. It is awful. It is cruel.
Yeah.
It is cruel.
Shut the door.
Like, would you do that to a friend? Hey, Kyla, you're really great.
Yeah.
But I'll see you in 6 months.
Crazy.
What? Exactly. So sometimes when I think of relationships, right, I break it down into a platonic level. And I'm like, platonic is like bare minimum, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if I won't accept this platonically bare minimum, why am I going to do that?
Yeah.
Relationship?
I also think like there's no excuses to this. Like, guys, I have stayed. I have stayed when people have told me like, I need a break. And I've stayed and I've waited because at that time I thought it was noble. I was like, yeah, I love them so much that I'm going to wait for them.
Yeah.
And I'm the good person in this. You got to put your ego aside. You got to put your pride aside, and it is not good for you. And you'll only know that again
till you're out of it.
So it's okay. Like this is where I can sympathize. It's okay if you're waiting. It's okay if you don't recognize that like this person that's telling you deserve better, you might not see it yet, and you will. You know what's right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, have grace with yourself if you're the one kind of waiting for someone right now. But please, like, look yourself in the mirror. And also, the best advice I ever got from my best friend, one of my best friends, was if you saw your sibling going through the relationship you were, would you just tell them to hang in there and let it ride? And so my thing was, like, I was waiting for someone who told me straight to my face, like, I cannot give you what you need. I'm not good enough for you. If somebody said that like, for example, my sister, I would say, Ty, you are a freaking queen.
Let's
kick them to the curb and let them drown in the ocean. Respectfully. Like, you queen, you don't even need that, right? Just like,
it's almost like, duh, why would you even do that? Like, hello.
And it's so hard when it's yourself, and when you love someone, it's so hard to walk away.
It's so hard.
But you can, and you can grow, and you will find better. I promise you.
It seems like it, not now. It seems like it's the end.
Yeah.
I cried for literally probably like 24 hours straight, breathed for 1 hour, and then for like 2 weeks I was just crying. I was at work, and I had to be on camera, and I literally could not be on camera for something.
Yeah.
And it was just like...
when I was able to, like, process it, because obviously mine happened during frickin' World Cup qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
When I was able to process it, when I allowed myself to feel it, because I had other focuses, I cried for weeks. Not because I missed them, but because I was just like, what a fucking ride. Like, and you just do, like, and it's okay, and then you get 6 months and you find yourself crying one random day and missing them. And then you get a year and you still cry.
You cried after a year?
God, yeah. I think I had a good little cry like a week ago. I was like, what the fuck? That was shit. I didn't deserve that.
Like, wild. Like,
but it's like, yeah.
It's still valid.
I feel shit. Like, I know I seem tough, but it's like that. Once relationships get me, I'm a little softy for my relationship people, like, frick.
And the people that you care about.
Yeah, I love my people.
So.
Ride or die.
Anyway, next question.
All right. Oh, I guess this is a good kind of lead into it. Do you believe in right person, wrong time?
I did.
I did too.
I did too. I think after my last relationship. So here's the thing. It always comes down to the family trauma and some things you find in your partner's family and stuff like that, like healed other parts for myself, right? So I come from like a small family. So it's like my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa. Like the four of us. That's it. So when I am dating someone with a bigger family, it's like, oh, I get what I want.
You feel like full, a little more full.
Exactly. Yeah. My ex and I broke up twice. And the first time was the initial, like, the way I'm sobbing, the way everything like that. And I'm like, she is meant for me. Like, I just know with time, she will work on herself.
Yes.
She will come back around.
Everybody thinks that. I'm going to say, like, it's so normal to think that, guys. But if you can curb it, curb it.
So then, you know, it's the birthday.
Yep.
I say happy birthday to her. Our birthdays are like 5 days apart, right? So then, and she's like, oh, I didn't want to say happy birthday to you because I didn't want to bother you.
Yucky.
Yeah, I'm so bothered. Anyway, so then of course, that starts off the fling again. And like, you start going.
It's always the birthdays. Just block your ex on your birthday. Just do it. Like, that's future.
So then I was like, oh, this is the right time. This is when we're going to get back together. So then we did. And guess what? The same exact timeline happened to me twice. I'm not kidding, guys. It was from January to April, 2 years in a row. January we were dating. April, mid-April, she broke up with me 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
2 years in a row.
So learn from us, guys. Learn from us. It's okay. It's okay.
We're here. I'm like, yeah. I'm so happy to be single in this January through April period because I'm traumatized.
Yeah.
Like, but I used to think right person, wrong time for sure. Even with people that I had like mini crushes with, right? Like I would go on a date with them, and even like with the girl I mentioned earlier, I was like, oh, right person, wrong time. I'm like, she's a grown ass woman. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
You will make time.
Yeah.
There's no right time. The time is now to date this person or not.
I believed in it too. I believed when my ex and I broke up, I was like, you know what? Like, we're going to get back together 3 years from now when we're both like kind of done working in this crazy space. Like when we're kind of done with our shenanigans. And then I reevaluated my entire relationship and was like, that was not the right person. And that's why we broke up. But you tell yourself, you reminisce on all the good parts. And the best thing I did for myself was like, no, she wasn't there for me then. She wasn't there for me then. Remember when she did this? Remember, that's not the right person. People make mistakes. Couples get into arguments, but there's a level. There's a level. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in right person, wrong time. I think every person comes into your life
for a reason
at the right time. Yeah. Right person, right time with everyone you meet. Timing is never wrong. Timing is never wrong. You never meet someone when you're not supposed to. You encounter everybody, and that's like my little of the universe thing. But I believe you encounter everybody exactly when you're supposed to encounter everybody.
Everybody's for, what do they say, like a reason or a season or something like that in your life.
Jesus is the reason for the season?
No, like people come in your life for like a reason or a season, like a season of your life. So they're coming in for a reason. Oh. So you're like, okay, that person, that friend, that ex came into my life for me to learn this.
Oh yeah.
Or they come in for a season. They come in for 3-4 months.
You like ride it out for a bit.
And like, and yeah. So next question, Kyle. He's on one, folks.
So we both agree right person, wrong time doesn't exist.
Exactly.
I want to hear your opinions. This is what I want to hear, like, in the comments, in the reviews. Do you believe in right person, wrong time?
I want to hear it.
We'll bring this up in a couple episodes once you guys are able to see this, but we'll come back to this and we'll see what y'all think. So we wanted this to be a bit of a shorter episode, a little more intimate, a little more deep. We'll kind of like, share our own things, have you guys really think about your relationship, who you're with, your breakups, and just give you hope that you will come out of it. And I know everybody says it and you don't believe it in the time, but we are two living beings who have been through it, been through the ringer as much as you really could be, and now we are both out the other side. Like, not even like still healing.
Like said, hello from the other side. We're on the other side.
We did it.
Yeah.
We actually did it, and I'm proud of both of us for our own reasons. But Maddie has now turned straight.
What?
What did you buy today? What did I see in your bag?
I bought press-on nails. Listen, we're going to an event this weekend. My nails look like shrubs. I don't want to pay.
My nails look like nubs.
Well, that's fine for you. Good for you. Listen, for me, I like having fun nails, especially for the event that we're going to. It's special. I want to look cute. But I don't want to pay $70 and sit there for 2 fucking hours.
I think press on versus getting your nails done, I don't have an issue with that. It's the nails,
Kyla,
Miss Straighty Pants. But to be fair, I love me some acrylics on people. But
you're gonna love them on me this week.
But you know what I think? Here's where my head goes when I see a gay with acrylics, and I kind of do this little thing. I've seen, exes, and they go through a period of acrylics, and I'm like, I know you are not fucking a single person right now. And that's how I know. I look at my, I'm a nosy fucking bitch. I'm like, what do your nails look like? Are you fucking or are you not fucking? And for a damn long time, my ex was not fucking. Let me She was getting no bitches. But no. But it's either that.
Or
no, that's what I'm saying. It's either you're literally getting no bitches because you're not fucking, or you give some good head.
Or you're using a backpack.
Oh my god. No, because usually they're femmes. Freaky femmes are using a backpack. Then I'm like, you a freaky femme. But
no, listen. Other hot take, other side of the table. So this is a thing that I've always struggled with in my coming out journey, being comfortable with myself journey. I thought being gay was masculine, I had to dress more masculine. I couldn't wear makeup. I couldn't wear dresses, anything like that until
100%.
Shout out Kimmy Scott. I found her on the internet and she was that representation for me. I can wear these pretty things and still be super feminine, but also I can like women as well. So for a long time, I would never get my nails done or anything like that. The person I was dating at the time was always would make comments really blah blah blah, and I'm like,
no way. I'm just hey, if you're gonna get your nails done, something else is gonna be happening. Make sure you're good.
No, but it's funny that you make it great like that, because
Yeah.
I've been in scenarios where they make me feel bad.
God, no, I do love acrylics.
I'm
Because it's
glad you do.
head scratches or arm rubs or that, or you're holding hands and they do the thumb with the acrylics. I love them. Just make sure you're versed in other activities.
Well, also a lot of people, I saw a trend on TikTok that probably is only on my For You page, where girls would get their acrylics done and then have their
two nails
artist
shorter. I've seen that. I am up with the times, girl.
Oh.
I know.
On that note,
But
we're gonna leave it off. Thank you so much for getting vulnerable with us and very different facets.
Babs, go get your nails did and send me photos.
Yeah.
If you guys do, send me photos, because I think it's just incredible.
It's truly incredible. Well, thank you guys again for listening and supporting. Please do not forget to subscribe if you're on YouTube. We
Comment as well.
Yeah, we post every week. Put on notifications so you know when we post.
In your review, also answer some of the questions we asked. So, like, do you believe in right person, wrong time? What are your opinions on acrylics? Because I want to know. I want to know if people think like me.
I would love to see, like, a social experiment, you with acrylics on for, like, a day.
I had acrylics for my grade 8 graduation, and I'll never do it again. I couldn't wipe my bum properly. That's, like, that's TMI, and that's where we'll end it. Guys, it's been an incredible episode. I love you all. Bye.